Flint, Michigan, a town that was once home to the nation's largest General Motors car manufacturing plants. A town that used to have upwards of 200,000 residents, now dwindled to 97,000. The water crisis in Flint, Michigan started numerous years ago and was a combination of numerous errors by the city of Flint. What started the downfall of Flint and their water crisis was when General Motors decided to downsize their factories and car manufacturing plants in and around Michigan, and especially in Flint. They downsized in the 1980s, and that one thing took a lot of the population away from Flint because a lot of the jobs were held there at the car manufacturing plant. In 2011, the state of Michigan ended up taking over Flint's finances for numerous reasons, but the biggest one was the fact that the city of Flint was over $9 million in debt with just the water budget alone. They were $25 million total in debt. It was not looking good whatsoever for the town. And on top of that, officials were using basically the money they didn't have to pay back and cover the money that was being used to, fund the water supply. Officials finally got together and decided that they needed to do something. So they decided that in order to get out of all this, they were going to switch the water supply from Lake Huron to the Flint River. Now, this one decision turned the entire city of Flint upside down and is still going on today. The Flint River has always been known for just being dirty and lots of pollutants and just not being a very clean river. The officials knew that. The residents all knew that. However, with the budget in debt, the city in debt, the officials decided they needed to make that change in order to kind of cover their own expenses. So in 2014, the officials finally decided to switch the water supply over from Lake Huron to the Flint River. Since the Flint River was not being properly treated for getting rid of all the bacteria, pollutants, whatever else, that combined with the fact that the water pipes in the residents' homes in Flint were just extremely old, and the lead was seeping out of the pipes right back into the Flint River. So it just was causing a massive, bacteria and lead pool of just, bad water. Meanwhile, the officials were trying to build a new pipeline from Lake Huron, into Flint. That way they could reuse the Lake Huron water supply, which they were using beforehand. But they said that building that pipeline would take upwards of 2 years to build, starting in 2014. Numerous, environmental agencies did studies, and they found that there was 19 times more corrosive water in the Flint River than in Lake Huron. So just unbelievable how bad the Flint River was. And as you can imagine, people drinking said water, it led to at least 12 deaths. It linked a lot of people getting what is called Legionnaire's disease after drinking the water. So lots of people got sick, lots of people got lead poisoning, and ultimately 12 people died. And as of June 2017, several state officials were actually charged with manslaughter because of all the 12 people dying. and the fact that they knew that the water supply from the Flint River was extremely bad. So anyway, in this documentary, I will be exploring around Flint, talking to several residents from the town and just getting their side of the story, and hopefully this will shed some light into what's been going on and the city. I hope you enjoy. Hey, so I didn't realize the whole thing was closed up front.
Okay, what's going on?
So I don't know if you're willing, but I'm just doing a short documentary about kind of the problem with the water and just stuff like that. Would you be willing just to do a quick, like, minute, just a couple questions?
I can't.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you call the desk,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Cool. Thanks,
Good luck,
man.
sir.
Yeah. The officer there just simply stated, I don't know if you could hear what he said, but he just said, no, we can't do interviews. Well, I guess first of all, have you lived here in Flint your whole life, or?
Yeah, I stayed here for 39 years, then I left and I came back.
Okay.
And, you know, I went through a lot of adversity and everything. Everybody's going through bad times right now, so just got to try to hang in there and keep your head up. Just don't let your head sink down.
Right.
Right now, I just hope and pray everything and turn out for everybody. So I can say right now.
And so the water crisis has been going on for several years already?
Yep. That's a bad thing right now. We just got to hope and pray they can get it done. The lady at Hurley did the best thing that she could do. But we just got to wait and see if it gets better. You know?
So does everyone have to just drink bottled water, or how do people get water?
Well, the best thing for them to do is, you know, they can buy it. They buy it at the stores, or they get it in packages. But the best thing for them to do is to drink it. Right now, that's all I can say.
Okay. Okay. Cool, man.
Good.
Take care. Do you want water or anything? Because I do have some bottled water for you.
What else you got in there?
I got some snacks and bagels if you want.
Give me a bagel.
You want a bagel? Okay. I can get you that, man.
Oh man, I didn't think it was this cold this morning.
Do you want this too?
No, I'm cool.
You're okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got a couple bagels and some some apple bars or whatever.
Give me one of those.
You want those too?
Yeah, dude, keep it there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, man. God bless you. All right, guys. So, not having good luck interviewing a lot of people. I did do one interview, a short interview with just a guy on the street. I went up and talked to the fire chief of Flint and a couple of his crew. I said, hey, are you guys willing just to do a quick interview about the water situation, just kind of giving your thoughts on it. This is exactly word for word what the police chief of Flint, Michigan said. And he said, I don't have anything to say about the water situation. Wow. It's a little shocking. So the whole entire water situation could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Poor decisions were made, poor choices put out there, and unfortunately people had to pay the price for it there, you know. And from my personal experience, I was there from when I first began. I knew what was wrong with the water, and so I didn't drink none. I didn't even wash it out there.
Oh, because you found out about...
Well, I found out way before it came out there, because
Really?
you smell the water, you can tell the water's not right. Water broke me out to a rash. Water doesn't break you into a rash.
No. Yeah.
See, that's how I found out. I stayed away from stuff like that. I voiced my concern downtown there about, that was probably about a year prior when they first made a decision to do that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and another thing that turned me onto it too there, when I read the Flint Journal there, it says that the water they were using for GM like that was closer to their equipment, and so GM told them they can't use the water no more from here.
Oh.
So when anything's closer to equipment,
Really?
it's not good for you to drink.
No.
So the two go hand in hand together.
Gotcha.
See, I read the paper there, plus what I already had experience, that just convinced me there not to drink no more water from here.
So what is the city even doing to try to fix?
Here's the problem with that was there, the city was there. Until enough people, I mean, unfortunately, some people had to die even down with least year's disease because they covered that up too, obviously.
Right.
And it's just my personal point of view. I'm not going to point fingers on them or him over here or anybody like that. This is my personal point of view there. I think the state knew more about what they did, and they should have done a whole lot more to help out here. And I blame sometimes poor leadership for that cost to happen here.
Oh,
So now people pay the price for it, and so unfortunately some people have died from it there, and that's a bad thing there. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Hopefully some people will be held accountable for more of that.
right.
So no more people go through nothing like this again. That'd be my wish for that one,
Right.
you know. But see, you gotta know how to taste your water. You gotta memorize one thing: water does not break you into a rash. If it does that,
It's a bad
right,
thing.
you better stay away from that water permanently.
Gotcha.
There, if you want to live, that is, then you must remember when you go keep on messing with that.
Right.
To me, that's my personal thoughts on that issue there. When was the last time pipes were changed around here? Who knows? I have no idea.
Probably a long time.
long time ago, and then afterwards there you wonder why you have this problem for. Well, if you let anything go for so long ago without checking into it, guess what happens? This.
Right.
And then you got people covering it up and say, well, it didn't happen like that.
Right.
But, you know, the real truth should be told to people so nobody else has to go through that. You know, who wants to die? I don't want to die from drinking some water.
No.
You know, or break into a rash or get sick or something like that there. I mean, I don't know. You know, little children or, you know, everything like that got all messed up from that old people did.
Oh yeah.
16 people died from here. I mean, all that could have been avoided if they did it right the first time around. You know,
Just terrible.
right. Well, the first thing they should have done there was try to test it out and see how well it went. If it didn't go well, then they stop it and switch it back over.
But they just did this.
Well, just kept it going.
Oh,
So when you keep anything going, look what happens when you keep things going.
right.
And so the guy in the street there pretty much confirmed everything I'm talking about there. A lot of people know this. You know, some people don't, but most people do. And we know water is not good.
Right.
You know? And even right now, they'll try to tell you water is good there. Question them, is it?
I wouldn't probably trust it. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, after a experience like that, would you take a chance with that? Or would you stick to bottled water still? You'd probably stick to bottled water.
Right.
Right. So somehow or another, you know, I mean, some years down the roadway when things been more straightened out. Because after experience there, washed up with water, and you're getting to break out with rashes, and God knows what you're breaking out into. This is not fair to nobody.
No.
And, you know, I mean, a lot of people, like I say, sick and die. Hospital covered it up, or McLaren covered it up there too, but at least nearest disease. I mean, this is crazy what went on here.
Terrible tragedy that obviously could have been avoided, and just kind of got worse and worse by the officials in the city making really bad decisions. Lots of more abandoned and interesting things coming up, so definitely subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. I do appreciate you guys' support and comments. Hopefully got you guys a little bit more understanding on what's going on. You know, there's a major water issue going on in a pretty major city in the United States, and I just hope that it opened up your eyes a little bit to the fact that, you know, there are issues going on in the United States. So anyway, I'll see you guys in a few days. Thanks for watching, and as always, live, explore, and travel.